Well, good morning everybody. It's coming up to 9. It's about 10 to 9. And I think the original plan was to try and get going for about 9, but Chris didn't say anything last night, so I'm gonna start trying to get ready for about 10. I think 10 would be okay if we get going for 10. If we're lucky to get going for that time. It's a very strange cloud formation. You'd think that was like the edge of a cliff, yet it's clouds just suddenly dropping off themselves. But there's pockets of snow up here. It certainly looks so much different when you can actually see it than when you're bumbling around in the dark. I'm going to have my breakfast and then I'm going to slowly start trying to pack a few bits away. I managed to keep my water mostly water, and at the moment, just so I can have half a chance of, tipping it all out so I'm not carrying a load of ice, I've just put it down there under my legs. I've been quite careful not to put too much pressure on it, that's the only thing, so I don't want to burst it. I don't really like putting water anywhere near sleeping bags. There's no real pressure on it, so fingers crossed it's okay, and then I can use that water. The other one, there's a bit of ice in there, but not too bad. Right, Russ found some bits of her food there that she's eating, or she found a stick. There's some bits of food there that she hasn't finished, so I think if some creature comes around and they will find that. The temperature last night went down to about -7. It's probably about -3 at the moment, but this is, I need to remember to take a quick picture in a minute too, but this is the view that we have up here. Quite a few hills up here. The breeze is picking up, so we're going to try and get going fairly soon. We found water. It's just down there, so there must be quite a lot of snow in there because it's quite deep where that water is, and the water flows down through there. It looks like there's even a little bridge or something, a snow bridge or something through there. Well, we're packed up and we're heading off. I'm not going to look at you, I'm going to look at the ground. We had to kind of get going a bit, so I didn't film packing up. Lassie! It's 11:15, and Chris wanted to try and get going at about, well, originally we said 9, and then because we didn't get here until quite late, I think 10 was acceptable. So we finally got going at 11:15. I'm just not there. Even when I'm quick, I'm quite slow. My left knee is not too bad. I can definitely feel that it's on the tender side. So we're heading in that direction through there. I think we've got to go up a little and then down, and then it's mostly downhill, I think, today. Down into Glen Feshie. I'll just show you around up here though. Okay, alright, well I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my other warm gloves on over the top of these. Are like new, like not very thick. They're not very thin, but they're not very thick. So I'm going to put my thicker gloves on and get walking. I will admit I've not looked at the map or done any navigation or anything because I'm going this way. So I'm kind of trusting that someone knows where he's going. If you're by yourself, obviously you've got to check these things. I think it's almost enough just to put one foot in front of the other. Walking up this snowy bank here, thankfully it's not icy, so we're able to walk up it. You can see the stream down there, and this is a very big bank of snow there. Ooh. So that's a stream coming down through there. A lot of it's frozen, but there is some running water under it. Let's get off this snowy stuff. And Ronald finds he slipped on some more ice just earlier. The thing is, it's you're either walking on this, or you're walking on compacted snow, which is easy to walk on. You just have to keep an eye out for when just like a very occasional, like just little bits like that, and if you're not careful, you end up putting your foot on ice and down you go. Thankfully this time I didn't hurt myself. It was quite a dignified slip. Not like yesterday, that one stung my knee. You can see the path. Looks like it's kind of heading over there to the right and then up over, just missing that top there. We were gonna get up there, and then there's a big hill to the left, but it's so misty you wouldn't see anything anyway, so we're gonna head down into Glen Feshie. I don't think it'll be as cold down there as it was up here, but it was fun. It was very cozy last night. My feet are warm, so I think using a very long down taff. I've got the down taff, like the can't remember what they're called now, but they're the thigh length. Well, yeah, so they go calf length. They go just below the knee. And I must admit, I do think that's helped a lot. You see here, there's ice there, and that path there is icy, so this snow, to be honest, is quite crunchy to walk on. So you can see the path that we came down over there. This is a little ford. So you can see the river would come down there, would go under the road and then work its way down the valley down there. And then more snow. Oh. We were thinking of stopping there, but it's quite a cool breeze coming through. So we'll go to the next ford and see whether that's a bit more sheltered. We've got about just under 7 kilometers to go to where we're going to camp. But to be fair, it'll be less than that to the bottom, because I think that includes going down time as well. Sorry, walking along Glen Feshie as well a little bit. Oh, my knee. It's just a bit it's a bit tender. It's not too bad, but could definitely have done without falling on that yesterday. And this, oh fuck, more snow up there. We've got to cross. Oh. Starting to think that Tahiti is quite appealing. Let's see. Oh, good cow. Good cow. Good cow. And there's a little miniature Scottish crevasse. Oh. Okay, well, we very carefully stepped in these little footprints there, because you wouldn't want to make a mess there, but it was just that little bit there. It was safe enough. The rest of it has been on grass. You can just walk on the grass on the edges. And this down here, we can just follow this down here. Just keep off the icy snow. And then just be careful of these little bits. Oh, Bessie just walks on it so nonchalantly. Mind you, it's not icy, that bit, it is just snow, but she is so nonchalant in her. Oh, Bessie, you are a good girl, aren't you? But we are slowly coming out of the ice. Most of the path now is going to be ice free. Come back here. So that's a corner, so you don't want to be, apart from the fact if you slipped you'd have a long way down, but you can see the way the snow comes around the edge there. Ooh. Yeah, you don't want to be walking on that. Welcome down to Glen Feshie. That's the glen through there. There's very, very high winds coming in. There might be places to camp over there, but it's the other side of the river. It's not the easiest of places now. They've rewilded it here. It's very overgrown with trees and things. Well, welcome to home for the evening. Yeah. Ooh. Got ice in here. My legs are pretty shattered now. Water. And at least that one. Cheers, everybody. We're in camp, and I must admit, I am pretty tired. I notice all these other YouTubers when they're doing this, they're never exhausted. They're either super fit or they're just walking 5 minutes from the car or something. Have you ever seen another YouTuber who's absolutely shattered and exhausted at the end of that? I mean, I haven't really seen, to be fair, I haven't seen any, so maybe they're all comatose when they reach their tent. I don't know, but I've never seen an exhausted. I've never seen an exhausted YouTuber. comment below. I think just drag everything out at the moment. Oh, we were searching up and down the river, trying to find somewhere to camp, and couldn't find anything. Anyway, eventually we got this spot, and it's not far from there. It's not far from the bivvy down there. And what I didn't realise is, one, when I was doing the video yesterday, I don't know what the sound or anything. Actually, I was just doing it straight from that, wasn't I? I have got the trachea going this time. It's not as cold this evening, but yeah, what I didn't think about, which was a bit silly, is I should have put the torch on high power, and you probably would have seen more, even if there was a disturbing bright light staring you in the camera thing. You probably would have seen more, but I was so tired yesterday. It was, I tell you, it kind of puts into perspective, you know, all of this. When Chris will be 75 this September or something like that, and I swear he's not as exhausted as I am. So I'm just going to drag everything out, and I think I'm going to put something on so I don't get cold, because it is starting to cool off a bit now. But I have
I have discovered that that warm jacket. Oh my giddy aunt, that is warm. I think it's going to be too warm. I think it's going to be too warm for down here. And the other thing that I discovered is my light. So I'll try and get that set up. Let me just get a bit more out because I think I could do with trying to get my booties. Actually, my booties. Now I remember. Oh, to my friend who sold this to me for really a steal. Thank you. It's a good friend. Oh, I've got some good friends. It's just so nice to have such a big shelter. It's nice to have such a big one. Okay, let's get these on. Because I mean, I could do the same in the, in the Duamid XL, or even the Trailstar, come to that. But I must admit, I will admit that it is nice to be able to just chuck everything down and there's not one worry. Well, mind you, there's no wind out there, but there's not one worry of a draft getting in. But obviously I can't remember how heavy. I'll weigh it again, how heavy the Nammatj was. It was something like, I think just the fly and the inner, I think it was something like pretty much exactly 2 kilograms. I just got a feeling it was like exactly 2 kilograms. I remember thinking, wow, that's not that bad for what you get. And then obviously you've got to add the poles on, and they're about 500 or 700 grams or something like that. But really, for what you get, got so much room in here. It's really nice. What made me bring this time was that I knew there wouldn't be too much snow, so I knew I wouldn't be carrying snowshoes. If I'd have been, and that was really that was the deciding factor. It was kind of because I brought the Duamid XL with me as well, and it was kind of like, well, Duamid XL and snowshoes, which would have been about this weight, or Nammatj, and that was kind of how the decision. That's kind of how the decision was made, to be honest. I mean, it's definitely on the heavy side, but like I said, for the weight, it was, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Yeah, it's definitely on the heavy side, but for the space, I mean, it's really nice. Yeah, if you can get one of these, I think they're a bit like hen's teeth, to be honest, but if you can get one, then just get one, carry it. Like I said, my wet pack was about, it was about 16 kilograms, which isn't too bad. Chris's was about 18 kilograms because I weighed them before leaving, and mine was about 2 kilograms less than his, and he's got the Vern too. So we're gonna get we ought to get tea on. put the lighter in my pocket, because I noticed that the lighter, it won't work when it's cold. Oh, come on. But I'm really cozy now. Hands are a bit cool, and it is so worth having this extra wide piece of foam matting. I mean, when you're walking around, it looks like you've got a chimney stack stuck out the side of your pack. But I can put it down here, and I can be, my body, half of my legs are on the Z light. I'll blow the bed up in a minute. But then my feet are on the foam mat there. It makes a big difference, I have to say. Right, let's see how this lights today. That's a bit better, not quite so wild, was it? Oh, did I turn that off? No. In fact, I had turned it off, but I think because it glows, I think I turned it on straight away, and it just came on straight away. Oh. Okay, I'm going to make tea. Oh. The comfort in here. I mean, not counting pegs, because this uses the same number of pegs as the Joey Mid or Trail Style or something like that. There's nothing really in it. So this was about 2.7 kilograms, and I think Chris said the Vern one that he's in is about 2 kilograms. And I'm not going to say anything about his thoughts on that, but you know, for an extra 700 grams, that to me is just too heavy. You know, you may as well have an extra few hundred grams and have pure luxury, or go lightweight and get your MLD stuff, obviously. Got to keep the MLD marketing going. Oh. Okay, well, I think I'm going to enjoy my tea, have some soup soon, and just chill out and relax. Last night it was -7. It was -7 just in the door here, and I had the door open. I didn't do the door up, it was -7. I left it open. I'll for sure leave it open tonight. I think there's rain coming in, but not until I think something like 8 in the morning or something.